try to put in some points so it's easier for me and you. Today, I decided I'm going to speak about a different thing. I'm going to speak about a special person who's sitting with us today. And this special person is special because he or she represents the 1% of the people in the world. So, any idea whom I'm going to talk about?
Yourself.
Professor? Myself? Huh? Professor Brzezinski. Me?
No.
That's what they say.
No.
Okay.
I do know.
The person I'm going to speak about today, as I said, he's special, or she is special, because they represent the 1% of the world. People, when I say 1%, they usually look at the money, and that's probably spoke about the professor because it's the one who working, and we are all students. But I'm not talking about the professor today. Today, I'm speaking about every one of you, actually. Every one of you is a 1%er, but in a very different point. Doesn't have to be the money. We have Vidyani, who is 1% because she's a graduate student council, and that position is not held by a lot of people in the world, so she's definitely 1%. Professor Brzezinski is definitely 1%, not because of the money, but because he's a professor in engineering, and that's definitely less than 1%, maybe even 0.1%. We have Tanima, who's a huge body transformer and very good athlete right now. That's definitely 1% according to the people you know. Not everybody transforms himself. We have Ahmed here, who is one of the very little people in Egypt who had the title of the Middle Eastern representative of students in his field. So if we look at every one of you, you will find you are 1% in something. But the interesting thing is, you can actually have more than 1%. You can be 1% with the money, you can be 1% with your achievement, but you can be 1% with something you didn't even do. Like Anna, she's Ukrainian. Being Ukrainian, that makes you 1%, or less than 1% of the population of the world. So that's something unique she has, even if she doesn't know that, right? I thought I was unique and I 1%er one day, but when I saw my analysis for this speech, I was disappointed twice. First one, because I have a PhD, right? That's awesome. But I found that PhD holders are more than 3%. I'm a twin. And twins in the people, something wrong in the last 20 years. People start taking hormones or something. Now twins represent 3% of the world. It used to be 1 up to like 30, 40 years ago. And we killed my chance to be 1%. But if you look deep, you can make everything you have the 1%, right? I can say, okay, my PhD is worthless, but if I categorize only in engineering, I'm a 1%, right? If I look at twins, I'm useless, but if I say we're only speaking about males, twins, I think I will hit the 1%. Everybody of you can be a 1% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things at the same time, but he doesn't or she doesn't know that. But what's special about you being a 1%? There is a lot of benefits here. The first one is self-esteem. Once you recognize you achieve something, not a lot of people have it, you start feeling self-esteem. And why you need that? Because you had and you will have some moments when you start feeling low. We all here, most of us are graduate students, and we try these moments, ups and downs, when you get stuck in our research, right? So you need to remind yourself that being a graduate student, that's already a 1% thing, that you have to feel strong and feel special and pull yourself up when you fall down. At the same time, being a 1% should teach you to be modest when you're out of the area of the 1%. Because once you are in the area where you are 1%, you're pretty much normal person, right? I have a black belt in Taekwondo. I can show off on you. But when I go to competition, you find a little kid have it, and an old man have it, a skinny person have it, a fat person have it. So it loses its benefit, right? But when I'm out of that, it's special. But I have to remember this, so I be modest when I'm out of my circle, right? Professor Brzezinski is a very special in the department because he has a lot of students, a lot of fun. For us, he's the only professor we know who share us, right? But when you have a huge department meeting, There's a lot of mechanical professors in the meeting. No offense. Okay. But it's still special, right? Not in that circle, but in everywhere else out of the circle. Basically, in the 99%, he is special, right? So if every one of you go back home and start thinking what I'm special at, you will actually find more than one you never thought about. Your nationality, your body transformation, maybe a talent you play, an instrument you do, I don't know. You have your own. But if you keep digging, you will find it. It might be 2%, 3%, 5%, who cares? Push it down. Exclude the engineering, exclude male or female, and then you'll find yourself the extra 1%, right? But the point is, remember, when you have the 1%, to push your self-esteem up, but keep your modesty at the cover, so you don't get arrogant or get cocky. It was nice to talk to all of you as 1%ers. Thank you.